Well, hello and welcome to the Tao Manifesting Tarot. Thank you very much for being here. First timer, long timer, cross watcher. Everybody's welcome. Come on in. Glad to talk to you. Glad to visit with you every time. Alrighty, for the first timers, what makes this tarot reading different from others? Well, first of all, it's archetypal. 8 to 10 cards from 4 different decks. You get a really nice mix and the possibility you may get duplicates of certain cards, and that is important in terms of overall manifesting energy. Speaking of that, that's what I focus on, manifesting energy. I look at it as an ability to give you a tool. You can choose to tap in, tap out from this manifesting energy. But if it resonates with you, climb on board. Use this. This is an important tool that the universe is giving to you so that you can manifest a better life. You can navigate your life better. I also do something called the hyper shuffle, and I try to get the read within about a 10-minute window, again, because of you. You have a busy life. You have things to do, certainly. And a 10-minute reading every day, because I do a brand new reading every day, 365 days a year, a 10-minute reading is easy to fit into. And again, you pick up on the manifesting energy. Either it resonates, it doesn't. You tap in, you tap out. Your choice, your power. Alrighty, we begin right here. These are the Oracle cards, and this is where we begin the Hyper Shuffle. And there you go, today's Tao Manifesting Tarot. Let's get to the manifesting energy. Fork in the road. A fork in the road. Yeah, I think there is a big opportunity for that, because we've been dealing with something in our lives for a while now. We've gotten to the place where there has to be a departure of some kind. There has to be a movement of some kind. And we will probably have a choice. We have some very powerful aspects. April and May are very powerful with the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. We got eclipses, full moons, new moon. I mean, just some really powerful stuff. And so as we are moving through March and going into the spring full tilt in the northern hemisphere, this appears to be the time to start to make moves. This is a time when we have decisions. The fork in the road, which way do you go? That's the question. That's what's coming up. You will get the answer. There's no question about it. But let's begin here first. Let's talk about the Three of Wands. Threes always talk about getting together, right? Working, cooperating. The Three of Wands is pursuing the unknown. It's a visionary. You can see him looking out. And the wands are excitement, enthusiasm, positivity, possibility. And it's a very bright card. A lot of glorious energy in the future, on the horizon. And you sense that too, that there is a possibility that, maybe I can get to this point where I'm enjoying life again. It's not like I have somebody looking over my shoulder or expecting me to do something or demanding that I do something. I can get back to just enjoying the journey of life. That's what the card holds. And that's the fork in the road. Which way are you going to go to get that kind of a thing? Well, we're talking about love, right? Ace of Cups, self-love, always. The aces are always about you because it's the first card in that grouping. And in terms of cups, cups of love, aces, love. Could be a gift from the universe. Could be a realization, something coming in. Or just a sudden, wow, I got it. A light bulb goes off in your heart, in your spirit. Ace of Cups. Love yourself. Appreciate yourself. Once you do that, everything else comes into being. And in fact, once you learn to really love and accept yourself, difficult thing for most of us, now this Three of Wands becomes really, really important because you can see a much brighter future. But again, that is the fork in the road. How do you do that? Do you even do that? Are you capable of doing that? Well, yes, indeed you are, because you can take the Queen of Pentacles energy. Queen of Pentacles knows her self-worth. No question about it. She knows her self-worth, not in a bad way. In fact, people who really push themselves and their values on other people are really very insecure people. Queen of Pentacles not like that at all. She knows. She sits there quietly. She's fine. And a lot of positivity. Take a look at all that yellow behind her and the green growth. Everything is growing. Everything is alive. She knows what is important to her. And it's not just money and things. And that's one of the reasons the Queen of Pentacles is so stable, so strong. She knows her self-worth, which, of course, puts you at the fork in the road. You want a brighter future. You want a better future. You want a future where you have more opportunity. And you also want a future with the Four of Wands, the 1111 card. Okay, fork in the road. How do you get there? How do you do it? You notice how much yellow we've had in the last couple of cards or so. Just amazing. Amazing. The possibilities are very strong, very prominent. It, again, depends upon the fork in the road. How do you answer? Where do you go? Which path do you take? Well, thankfully, you're going to get a little help from the Knight of Swords. Swords, of course, are thoughts, ideas, truth. And the Knights are always bringing kind of a gift or a present. And what this Knight brings is truth. There is, and I'm suspecting, boy, with the big, powerful stuff that we have going on in April and May, if you haven't hit a truth, a profound truth about you, your life, where you're going, I think you're going to do it. Got the big Jupiter-Neptune conjunction, but we got eclipses, powerful new moons, full moons. I think April, May are going to be a real turning point for a lot of people. And again, there's the question of choice. Initially, especially like with the conjunction of Jupiter and Neptune, which doesn't happen for, every 150, 160 years. So it doesn't happen often. With Jupiter and Neptune, it can often be confusing at first. And I think that's the situation here with the Lovers, because the Lovers traditionally means choice. Choice. It also is another avenue here for the fork in the road. Which way do you go? Which way do you turn? What are you looking for? Those kinds of things. And it begins with you loving yourself, knowing your self-worth. Real important information on both counts. And it's up for you to decide which way that goes. So, let's move on to the vice versa cards. Facing forward, we have the infamous Five of Wands. A lot of noise, very little light. And you take a look at the world around you and take a look at the world in general. There is a lot of talk about fighting and arguing, and there's no point to it. There's nothing to be gained. At best, it's a power play, but that's at best. Just a lot of noise and little else behind it. So, where do we go from there? Well, the next card from the vice versa deck is the Six of Wands. Victory. At least the thought of victory. This is in reverse. It's the possibility of victory. Okay, so you got this fighting going on that means absolutely nothing. And yet what you really want is peace. What you really want is excitement, enthusiasm, is victory over this useless noise that you have in your life or in the world around you. And how do you do it? Gift of love. Again, we go back to that. Now, we got the proverbial Knight of Cups. And the Knight of Cups has a gift of love. It could be you loving yourself, giving yourself that gift of love, appreciating yourself, really being gentle with yourself. Or it could be a gift from someone else. It's not going to be big, not going to be ostentatious, but it will be there. And it's up to you to take that gift of love, that gift of friendship, that gift of positivity, turn it around. And in so doing, when you take that gift of love, you stop the noise of the Five of Wands, you look at the possibility of the Six of Wands, and you resolve the question of the fork in the road. You do have a question to make. It's going to be a big question, but I think it's going to be confusing to figure out which way you want to go, especially since you don't have any kind of a judge or a determination in terms of how each decision will vary the eventual outcome. But you can do this. Fork in the road. That's the energy, manifesting energy for today. Like this, send it to the folks at YouTube, please. Any kind of comments, do them below. I get to them not as often as I would like to, but I do. Thank you for the comments. Like, share, and subscribe. Alrighty, I mentioned I do a brand new read every day, 365 days a year, so you know what that means. I will be doing another Manifesting Tarot tomorrow. I hope you're with me. You know that. Every time I just look forward to us getting together. But if you can't, between now and the next time you and I get together, peace and blessings.